gotta know what this is. But you definitely gonna respect it.
SHO NUFF.
Yeah. Big CM Diesel in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Yeah. Miss TEE Mack up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Big Shank up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Miss Davenport up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
You know what it is, SHO NUFF.
SHO NUFF.
#1 podcast, video cast, let's get it.
SHO NUFF. Keep it real for real.
Yeah.
SHO NUFF. Keep it real.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy CM Diesel. Girl TEE Mack. Got TEE Mack in the house. Say what's up to people, TEE Mack.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We're in this thing. And welcome back again to SHO NUFF. Keep it real for real. You feel me? And I'm glad everybody came back. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for the people supporting, the people that like and share, all that old good stuff. We definitely need your support. Thank you for the cash apps. We got a lot of things in store. TEE Mack got a lot of good ideas, a lot of things coming up. So we just blessed to have y'all here with us again, you understand? So thank you. Today we want to do something different. We want to get into a few topics, but we're going to start with one. And we not old, right? But
so we pushing.
we seasoned.
You know, he has a problem with saying age. I have no problem whatsoever.
We seasoned.
Saying my age,
I'm
for his sake, I won't say it. Right?
We seasoned. The woman, I ain't no woman. The woman.
And
don't
you
want
know,
to say that.
a lot of times, most women don't even like to say what their age is. I'm one of those women. I'm proud of my age.
You should be. You're beautiful. But I mean, but you got me once.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, damn.
I'm just saying that you have a wife that doesn't mind telling her age.
Amen.
You know, I mean, with everything that's going on, y'all, to make it this far, I mean, really, you know.
I'm just happy to see over 18.
Sound mind, you know.
Portion of health.
Yeah, portion of health.
Hallelujah.
Or portion of seasoned mind or whatever. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Mind and health.
So, what we want to talk about today, and we done got this question a few times, amongst our peers. And I think it's real important to talk about this and chop it up. And y'all can chime in. Please leave your comments. Please like and subscribe. And give us y'all thoughts on that. Because like I said, pretty soon we're going to be doing live. And we want to get y'all in there. So we need the people that's starting off with us to stick with us and tell us what you thinking. You know what I'm saying? Your input is very, very valuable. Your thoughts, your opinions, and all that. So we talking about today, generational gaps. So the question I'm posing is, from our generation to the younger generation to our mama them and daddy them generation,
differences.
the differences, and how it's affecting us as a culture. I'm gonna use culture because I'm talking about us. Because we all we got. So, you know.
Yeah.
Because we got our kids grown. So, so it's definitely a difference to the youngsters. So, what
young
you think?
adults, so we have 30,
31?
No, 30, 27,
26,
26, and 22. So one of the things that we were talking about earlier this week when we were out of town, and we were talking about like the differences in the generations and how, like right now, I think one of the biggest things that I see is the respect. A lot of the respect that we were brought up with, and we brought our kids up, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, the respect aspect. But it's such a culture of disrespect.
So you talking about
respect?
So you talking? Let me get this right. So you talking about the respect from our age to the younger ones. So you saying, because I know the older our mamas them learned yes ma'am and all that.
Yeah.
We learned that from them.
Right.
some of the parents taught
Yeah.
their kids that, some of them didn't.
Right.
So you're saying that's the
true,
difference?
Because you just said, something you said too, and I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Like some of our generation didn't bring their kids up that way.
Right.
You know, with to me, it creates, it lets them know that, hey, there is, I don't want to say superior, but there is somebody that's over you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they're like, want to be equal. We're not equal.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? We're not equal.
No,
this is a generation of, of everybody wants to be equal this, equal that. And okay, to a certain extent, but.
So give me an example. What you mean?
So say for instance, like, we grew up, okay, so where we live at is predominantly Caucasian kids in the neighborhood. When our kids were growing up, we taught them Mr., Mrs. And you had like a lot of the kids in the neighborhood, they didn't, they want to call you by first name basis. And we
right.
we don't do that. And so some of our kids, friends' parents, they were like, oh no, we'll just call us, Jim and Tom. And I'm like, I don't care what they said, call them. We didn't, I don't want to hear it. Now, if you go over there in that house and you've gotten that relaxed, but make sure when you bring that back home that you keep that same,
that same
respect, that same mentality that
right.
you left out of here.
That's
with.
Mr. and Mrs.
Right, Mr.
Whether
and Mrs.
it's white or black or Caucasian.
Right. So, but you'll have, you'll see that it's like, they feel like they're on the same level as you. And
yeah. I think it ain't all. I think it ain't all of the young kids. It's just some of them. Some of them get it. Some of them don't.
Right.
I see, like, okay, with our parents, they went through more. So, okay, I'm gonna go for the older generation. How about that? Most of the older generation they seen and not only seen, but they got a lot of racism towards them. Let's go hard on this shit.
Yeah.
Keep it real for real.
Yeah.
They got a lot of racism. They got a lot of things that happened to them.
Right.
A lot of they didn't have a whole lot of opportunities. Computers and shit wasn't out. When we was like in the 5th or 6th grade, that's when the computers start coming out. You know what I'm saying? To where we can get them and touch them or whatever.
Right.
Weak programs, but nevertheless, they walked to school. A lot of them walked to school. They didn't have much at all. You're talking about, and not everybody. Everything I'm saying is not everybody, but the majority.
Right.
A lot lost family, staying in small ass cribs.
Right.
3 and 4 to a room, maybe more. Sharing shoes, all that shit. So by the time we dropped and came in, it was just a little bit better. That's when they didn't really, I wouldn't say they didn't have no Caucasian friends or white friends. That's kind of when we came in. I got white friends, to this day that I grew up with. We always been cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And on a solid basis, as far as just respecting each other, knowing each other. We didn't hang and shit like that, but I see them. I grew up with them. I love them. They good people. I ain't never came wrong to me, and I ain't never came wrong to them. And so we was taking in them hard ass times.
Right there.
Super, super, super hard. If you don't know shit about powder milk,
government cheese,
government cheese,
food
stamps, what up? What up? Shit.
Free lunch.
Definitely free lunch. You better get that damn form filled out or you ain't eating.
Right.
Hot pack, cold pack.
Hot pack, cold pack, right.
Hot pack, cold pack.
Yeah.
Shit, we can go on and on.
Yeah.
Getting on the bus with a transfer. You know something about transfer?
Yeah. We thought we were big time though then.
Shit, we was
you
got to
Metro.
go somewhere.
Yeah, you got to go somewhere.
No beep, no phones. No phones.
No phone.
If you had a phone in your crib, if your parents had a phone, oh my God.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Ahmed, Malik, and Toy, Big Red, y'all family, we thought y'all was the fucking Huxtables. Y'all niggas, y'all, oh my God, we would come
and then
out the
on what
project.
street you live on.
Yeah, who was the Huxtables in y'all neighborhood? Who
I
y'all
don't know
thought?
if it was so necessarily the Huxtables.
Y'all was the Huxtables, my nigga.
Well, you had like different streets, like depending on what street you lived on. Like Riverside back then was like well-to-do.
Yeah.
You thought,
you
know,
was living
because
good.
they were older. Yeah, you were living
nice
good.
too,
Those houses were really, really nice.
It's still nice.
Versus if you lived on, one of the other couple streets over.
Right.
Then that was considered. I mean, it was all good, but you had a little bit more money. Depending on what street you were on.
Well, if you didn't live in Zunieville, you lived down the street in Calhoun, you was good.
You were good.
I said, let me tell you this real quick. I told one of my buddies, this is my white buddy Stevie, and Stevie used to always, we come in and get hot pack, cold pack. They got lunch boxes, so we was fascinated like a motherfucker because this how when you go trick or treating and you gotta cut the paper bag, the press and Safeway bag over and cut eyes. Shit, we had them for 4, 5, 6 years. We ain't had wasn't no plastic bag.
Let me interrupt something real quick.
What?
Grab that right there. So y'all been having y'all feeling my husband all week. This right here is a custom jar that he's gonna fill up for me. So I can go shopping with, right?
See, you don't know that.
So I need.
You know what I'm saying? I'm committing these sins, so I'm gonna spend that money. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Let me put the cussing.
Right, that's the cussing jar that he's gonna fill up for me. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you.
Oh boy, don't sound right, fellas.
But you know what, though?
Right,
I tell you what, though, you made a good point when you said. When you talking about how our parents and all that struggle. And I heard TDJ say this one time. He said that one of the things that we didn't do was give our kids a struggle. So our parents struggled so much, and we were. I don't even say that we were expected to help, more so that we wanted to help because we were all in it together. Yeah. The heat went off, we all froze. You know what I'm saying? If the water went off, we had nobody had any water. So if when we worked, a lot of us started working at 14. That's when they 12, had programs for the kids.
Partners 2000.
Yeah, at 14, you had to be at least 14 to work. 13, 14 years old. So it wasn't enough for us to help pay a bill. So we got some of that struggle.
We got a lot of that struggle.
Here's where the gap come in. You had to watch. We were latchkey kids. You come home, you made your food. Your mom was at work. My mother worked from 10 to 7. Bless her heart. She's at work all day long. So grandma watched all the kids.
Shout out to all the mamas, the grandmamas that held it down, washing clothes, housekeeping, everything you had to do, bartering. Thank y'all so much.
So you had to do that. But I say that to say this is that by the time we got tired of that struggle. So when our kids came along, it's like, nah, we about to, you know what I'm saying? Now you had that generation of, that's when everybody really started talking about going to college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was, you know what you was going to college for, but you knew if you wanted the way out of the hood, you better start trying to look at a vocational school, a college, a military, something, because we wanted so much, we really wanted so much more, and we didn't want our kids to struggle like that. So we had already grown accustomed to getting things, you know what I'm saying, and like going out and getting it. So our kids didn't have to, watch the younger kids. They didn't have to contribute to the household. We already had everything already figured out, and if we didn't, we were gonna figure out how to get it.
Well, how old were you when you had to start buying your own school clothes?
Oh, I bought school clothes at 14. As soon as I got my first job, like I said, with Partners 2000, it was not I didn't think twice about it. It is what it is, That was one less thing that my mother had to do. Yeah. I
know a lot of y'all been through the same thing, especially in our age gap, so you can testify. Yeah. I think like with that, with our generation, I think we wanted to give, well, not our generation, with the younger generation, we've been through the struggle, so now we getting it, we doing better, we looking for better things, and more technology coming out.
Right.
You trying to make sure they got a good ass Christmas because your Christmas might have been garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had Christmas. My mama, thank you, Mom. I love you, Susie Downs and Herbert Freeman. Rest in peace, Daddy. That y'all did what y'all gave us some good Christmases. You know what I'm saying? But we wanted to make sure that was good, and I don't think it tore them up too much. But a lot of people, but you know.
I don't know. I beg to differ on that. I think if you don't, give as much responsibility, sometimes it just kind of,
Yeah.
It
So
just depends.
Well, tell me this then. Okay, because
this is an overindulged generation.
I feel that. Well, they got a lot coming at them. They got a lot. They got a lot of opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like we was young parents, so my stepfather was a damn good man. I saw him go through his struggles the way I've been through my struggles, the way you seen me and helped me get through my struggles. But in order, a lot of times, most cats in the project, and I could say this, we had some real good mans, Tony Wooden. I can name just a few, but it wasn't a lot of cats that had their daddies around for a long time. So you damn near had to build a man, for real. Like, take a little bit from him, take a little bit from him. You like what he do well. Rest in peace, Fondy. Fondy was a good father. You just kind of, for us guys, you kind of took a little bit piece from everybody. If you like what he was doing, fixing cars, you might have liked that. And I like Mr. Jesse, he do good on cars,
Right.
Seal, or Miss Such. You got certain people, houses was nicer than other ones. You know what I'm saying? You go in this house, it's flooded with roaches. This house ain't no roaches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They might have had cable. You ain't got no cable.
And so
it's just
when
a lot.
Seeing all that, that makes you want better.
Yeah, if you want something,
in better.
If you want something, some
Sometimes
people want shit.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have that, but I mean, for the most part,
Right.
you want something different. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? For the most part,
Exactly.
you want something better. I'm talking about as far as like the generations. If you got a generation that already, they don't know what it's like to be hungry. They don't know what it's like to, have hand-me-downs. They don't know what it's like to, have a lights or water off. They're already like, well, don't everybody live like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were like, they're living good over here, and we just getting by over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get over here.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, everybody live like this. I'm cool, So
I think I'm gonna tell you something else too. I think it was really, really hard on our mothers, our parents, for the over us generation. We talking about the 60, the 70, 50 something, 60, 70. That's the older generation that we talking about today. And the lower generation, ours is the 40, something.
50, 40, 50.
Yeah, and then the babies. We talking about the quote unquote babies that think they're adults. So if anybody got something different, chime in. Like I said, like and subscribe. Let us know. Put your comments and everything down. Something we missing. But what do you think for the most part? Like, how do you think that hindered the younger generation, or if they even hindered at all? Because we ain't talking for everybody. These are specific situations. The majorities what we on today. What do you think?
How has it hindered them? I think it's a mental growth.
Heavy.
Yeah, it's a mental growth that I feel like they didn't really, that they're kind of suffering from, or if you notice, it's like, they were saying, 40 is the new 30 and 30 is the new 20.
Yeah.
And now it's like 30 is the new 19 in the it's a lag.
Younger than mine.
And they're very, very, and not all of them, absolutely not. But Now you're seeing a generation of they've gone to college because it's like, oh, that's the progression, of life. And this is what I should do. This, mom and them did it, or we did it.
Yeah.
So, but now they're like, okay, I'm done with school. I don't know what what do I do now? It's that mental growth,
right.
That hindrance. And you said earlier, a lot of the technology.
Yeah.
It's a show on Netflix. What is that show called? I need to watch it. It is so good. Oh, what is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, but it's just talking about the effects of technology right now and these phones and just how this technology is so addictive.
Yeah.
And it's causing this generation to not, the human interaction is far less than few for them. You don't really see them go out with their friends a lot. You don't, they're just like on this phone.
I think the girls get it more than the guys.
I can't even say that.
Well, I mean, but I think it's affecting them more in a different kind of way.
Yeah,
I see like I can look on YouTube or something and I see all these little young girls once they get old enough, they on trips together and they doing vlogs and different things.
That's true.
The guys mostly, they be linked up, and a lot of times that brings trouble.
But don't you think guys always been like that though?
Yeah, but
guys have always been like that. I mean, girls always get together.
Well, to a certain degree. Like, I'd rather be around a whole bunch of women than a whole bunch of niggas. I'm cool with the guys, like if we out doing something, whatever. I like women. I ain't about to go. Well, I'm just telling you about me. Right. I ain't about to go buy my partner some jewelry and shit. I'll buy you some jewelry. Or if I had another young lady or something, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be around a female. You know what I mean? But guys, like, I'm saying it's a whole, I'm talking about the gap. We talking about the gap. I'm not talking about everybody because I know my sons, they rather be around their women. You feel me?
Right.
So that's cool, but I'm saying like, we can hang to a certain degree.
But that's sad that you don't have that because it shouldn't be that way.
Well, I mean,
you should be able to kick it with your fellas because there's certain things that y'all can talk about and vibe on and get out.
I'm not saying I ain't got no guys to talk to. I'm saying
you, but I'm talking about the gap.
But see, what I'm saying
is
that way. The majority of young men today is going to hang around and spend a lot more time with their guys than trying to really find a female. The ones that do that with their woman. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. Because it bring a whole lot of trouble. I had my guys, I had my whole clique run with me.
You talking about just hang
I'm
out.
saying the gap. I would rather tell you the things I would like to do to you or romance a woman or whatever to their face versus on the text.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? PG show. That's just me. I'm not saying everybody like that.
That's
everything
changed.
Technology has if you can't talk to nobody, what you can,
that's where
that's what you mention, that human interaction. Absolutely. Versus if you don't never really know what a woman wants, how to talk to her the right way, you text her some bullshit and yada yada yada. You never getting that human interaction. And this is not everybody. These are just, I think it's majority of that. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, we jumping on bikes, we jumping on a bus, we jumping on scooters, we looking for what we can do at the school to be around the girls that we want to really talk to.
Right.
You feel me? And I think that's done changed a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta tell with the baby boom.
And see how, like you said, that you had to figure out a lot of things for yourself, and that's where, we solved a lot of their problems already.
I think, though, the older generation, I think they had it like, I don't want to say it's a good space for them because I'm not there, so I can't really speak on that. But I think with a lot of stuff changing and everything and they seeing it, I know it's a lot of probably drawbacks like, man, I wish we'd have had that. Because we say the same shit sometimes like, man, if I had that, if I had all those opportunities, if I could do this and do that.
Yeah,
and you see a lot of kids that don't take advantage of the opportunities that they have.
Because they want instant. Everything is instant. You know? It's like, you know, everybody wants to be a YouTube star, a music star, you know, movie star, you know, whatever. Everything is entertainment based. Yeah. And if I just get this many views, that'll calculate to this much money. You know, go out here, work a 9 to 5, or, you know.
I'll do whatever it takes, take care of my family, shit.
So
I'll show
now
snow.
Now they got to
too
struggle.
Good.
But they're struggling.
It's a different struggle.
It's a different kind of struggle.
Like what?
It's a struggle trying to make it, trying to make this dream, you know, come true. Yeah. This illusion.
But I think that come with the maturity. Like, everybody not gonna be no star. Right. Everybody's not going. Some things gonna hit. It be the stupidest things hitting. You like, damn it, God, that hit. But it hit. You know what I'm saying? But from where we come from slavery to here to our ancestors going through a lot, to the 50s and 60s, to where people were, you know, starting to get a little, they could have things. It was okay for them to have this or have that. And on down to us, to where the opportunities was popping in, we were working hard. Not to say no other generation are working hard, because you have some, I got friends that their daughters and sons are younger, but they're really doing something, like doctors and dentists and, you know, things that, you know, a black person would dream of. Like, I want to be the president, that type of, you know, they like really careers, political careers, you know, they're really making some waves and doing some things. Engineers, different technicians, auto mechanics, fixing on trucks, you know what I'm saying? Like, getting down and making good paper. So there are a lot of kids in the younger youth that are doing some really, really, really good things.
Absolutely.
But I think what you're saying about spoiling a lot of the younger generation, that people don't want to do shit. Youngsters don't want to do nothing. And what do you think we think we equal stuff come in?
I mean, it's just
is that parenting, or just today?
Society. I think it's more of a societal thing. You know, the equality you know, not all equality is bad, but you have to have a balance. You know, as soon as you get, you know, for real though. But as soon as y'all told kids that they could, you know, call the police on their parents and, you know, CPS, I've seen it.
Beat your ass.
Right, I've seen it. I've had friends who've had kids. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna call this number, and they have, and they call the police on the kids. Yeah. You know, like, oh, okay. You know, no, you don't have the right to hit me. Oh, now you got rights. Okay, but anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah. Yeah, rights.
I've been feeding you.
I never had rights. I had the right to get out the house.
Yeah,
on my own.
Your mom wasn't bullshit. And mine wasn't either.
Oh, my grandma, yeah. They were raised by a sweetie.
Yeah.
Sweetie wasn't having it.
Yeah, so this is something we can go on and on and on about, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And it really ain't no answer. We just kind of wanted to talk about the differences, just rap, just yap a little something. And I know some of y'all can feel that. So please leave your comments, your questions, any topics you would like to holler about, man. We just blessed to have y'all here checking us out. TEE Mack got her on the spot today.
I know, y'all. This is something that I
There you go. There she
Anybody
go.
that knows me.
But why though? But why though? Anyway, we got TEE Mack in the spot today. Your boy CMD, CM Diesel. Hey, SHO NUFF, keep it real for real. It's blessed. I'm glad y'all up in this thing. Y'all come back. We hit y'all up with another show. Peace out, man.
Peace out.
You ain't gotta know what this is, but you definitely gonna respect it.
SHO NUFF.
Yeah. Big CM Diesel in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Yeah. Miss TEE Mack up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Big Shank up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
Miss Davenport up in the house.
SHO NUFF.
know what it is, SHO